So myself, I'm coming from Belgium now, and I've been here for quite a while, so I can understand and speak Swedish, but I prefer in English if it's okay. So thank you for today. Then, yeah, I'm a professor at ITN at Linköpings University in organic energy materials and in a lab that is called the Laboratory of Organic Electronics, basically. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And to start, can you tell us a little bit more about the background of the project? WISE project, we can say that it stands for Wallenberg Initiative Material Science for Sustainability. What is that?
What is that? I mean, this is a wonderful initiative from the Wallenberg Foundation. And it is, of course, I mean, both an understanding and a message to increase the awareness of the importance of materials. Basically, every object that you see close by, any kind of object, is a material that has been designed by scientists and engineers. So it has been from all the design to the production, basically. And this is what build our world today. So we need house, etc. So we are always in the need of more material for any kind of things we are doing. So it's not going to stop because the population still increase exponentially. So we will need more materials. The issue with that is that in the past we have been using just and creating new materials without thinking too much. And that has led to issues about environmental issues, in CO2 emission, etc. So this is an initiative to really try to make people aware about the importance of materials and what is in the back of the materials, and also to reroute the way of thinking and doing materials and producing materials in a sustainable way, basically. So it's a almost prophetic message to the world, say that, okay, in Sweden here we are trying to do something new. So just align and come with us and let's try to change the world and understand that materials, I mean, when we are talking about materials, it is basically 25% of the carbon dioxide emission is from material production, basically. Just metals is just 8% of the energy requirement for its use for making metals. So these are big numbers, basically, and this will have a big impact, I think, on the future if we make that right, and we want to show the example.
And the project is led by Linköpings University, but there are other universities as well in the project?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, we have the amazing opportunity to lead the project, and Magnus Berggren is a director of the center. And there are six. I mean, we are in total 6 universities. It's Chalmers and KTH is us, Linköping. Then there is Lund and Stockholm University and Uppsala University also.
What's the biggest challenge in material use today, in your perspective?
The biggest challenge,
yeah,
I mean, it is really to rethink and redesign new materials, basically, in thinking about the environment, the biosphere, the hydro. I mean, everything that lives in the sea, So this is really thinking through that, basically, and creating new materials to have new application and rethinking and remaking in another way, which is more sustainable for everybody.
And when we talked to each other yesterday, you told me something interesting. You said that the timing of this project is perfect. Of course, we have the challenges all over the world that we can read about pretty much every day. But the last 2 years, we have also had a pandemic and now a war pretty close to our doorstep. The need for new and more sustainable materials has never been this big.
I think it's of course all related to what we are talking about in the media about the climate change, etc. But it's more than that. I mean, it's also, I think, those guys are visionary and they are taking good decision, basically. So it's an investment in research, quite massive. So it's almost 3 billion Swedish crowns about spread on 10 years. So it is certainly the biggest investment in research for material science. And why now is because, I mean, the probability for an economic crisis is just getting up more and more, and of course this is amazing present for the whole Sweden as a country to have such a big satsning investment on research, basically, because it means basically new patents, new startup companies, new products, and this is going to be, I think, bearing many fruits and stabilize the economy in Sweden and show the good example in other countries. So it's an amazing moment, actually.
Yeah. Another thing that I thought was pretty amazing is that the project can contribute to 14 of the 17 global goals, which is pretty unique, I think. Can you give us some examples on how this is possible? What goals are the project contributing to?
No, I mean, this is what we have. When we speak about sustainability, I mean, you have different ways to deal with that. But I mean, you have a sustainability in the social point of view, economic point of view, but also environmental. And this is what we try to merge that all together. Like the United Nations, they have set these 17 goals. So one day I remember that Magnus had this vision of let's have a look if we can merge the material science together with those goals, and then we start to sit and have a little bit of fun to see that, okay, maybe it's possible to actually design material for any kind of those aspects, and of course it is possible. Material science is everywhere, so there will be an impact of materials on all of them. But of course there are some that are more important than others, that's for sure. I mean, energy materials, we just had a chat about energy, of course is super important. Nowadays energy storage is really what is blocking all the technology about energy and renewable energy to actually be mass implemented. Without energy storage, we are kind of stuck. So, I mean, energy storage and material related to that is super important. And then all others big players like, I mean, the construction industry. I mean, we know the cement and concrete is. I mean, you need to heat up materials at several. I mean, almost 1,500 degrees. So it consumes a lot of energy. It means carbon dioxide, CO2, etc. Are there ways to do a good, solid material for construction in a smart way and less emitting less carbon dioxide? This is another area. Metal is another big player. So there are a lot of plastic also. There are a lot of things on the way, basically.
Do you think that Norrköping as a city or the region can contribute to this project in any way? I'm thinking test facilities and stuff like that.
I mean, definitely, yes. I mean, we have like our expert area and expertise in Norrköping. So in the laboratory of organic electronics, we are doing research in different area, which is basically energy materials. It is about health science, so all the bioelectronics, etc. This is important aspect. I mean, healthcare, of course, is important, and healthcare, of course, is about materials. Also, we know about that. So and then all the electronic and development in Internet of Things we just discussed right before, the importance of having low-cost sensor kind of everywhere to have a digitalization and smart way in industries. This is where we are. I mean, we have been working on printing electronic and sensor for many years now, so we are well positioned in that area. And Norrköping is going to be a good impact in that too.
Yeah. What do you think that this project can lead to in contributing to a more sustainable world? Is there a short answer on that one?
It's a short answer. I mean, it's a couple to what I told you about. I mean, the area where we believe we can make a difference is about Internet of Things, and that is going to become Internet of Everything. So zero energy devices. So that is to say, these are devices instead of having a battery and a sensor and etc. that send a signal on the internet, is basically a device that include already an harvesting of a way to produce electricity, and you don't need maintenance basically. So you can just put it there. It's going to sense something and send to internet, and then you follow that. There is no maintenance, because if you go to many sensors and you think about having many batteries and have the struggle to have the maintenance and change the battery, you are going to have big problems also in terms of maintenance. And I put a sensor there, I need to change the battery. So I mean, having this zero energy device is something important, and we are active. We have a lot of activities in producing electricity from motion, even motion in your clothes basically, or from the light, from the heat, from any kind of things. So this is an aspect of it. Then the couple to healthcare, we have this project about all in vivo sensor, but also a kind of connection in different part of your body, and that time can talk to each other. That is also a big program on that. And then the scaling up of new kind of solution, electrochemical solution, it's also something we are good at, and there is startup companies moving in that direction. Several startup companies actually that are moving in that direction, so it's nice.
Where is the project right now? I mean, how many scientists are involved, and what does the future look like?
Yeah, I mean, right now we are just at the start. That is to say, we are now announcing all the 6 universities as announcement for scientists all around the world, basically. So these are the 25th first strategic recruitment. So we are going to try to get the best one in the world to come to work in Sweden, with an interesting package for them to start actually a group and something complementary and new to different activities in different universities. So we are trying to get the best brain here, basically, and it's possible to do that with such a big program. That is where we are. Then after, there is a round of trying to design project and hire PhD student and postdoc. This is happening. So this is right now. I guess in September we are about to start, we can say.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much, Javier, for this short but very interesting presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.